Mayor Chomo is planning a flashy entrance to his big speech at Daveland, a grand Fegway motorcade to encompass his grandeur.
Ass from the enemies of freedom.
No problemo. Snuff any crotch bombers before they damage your merch. Got it.
Alright, so this mission, insultingly easy. But there's a story-related reason for it being insultingly easy, so we're not going to complain about that. What we are going to do is talk about some things that need to come out, things that need discussed about Postal 3. So, I've avoided the darkest, deepest secrets of Postal 3's game design so far. But ready or not, here they come. Firstly, not only is the taser the least accurate projectile weapon, but it also misfires. Like, you might have noticed, you might not have noticed, but sometimes you'll fire and the shot will go absolutely nowhere near where you aimed. I've learned to compensate for this wonkiness by aiming a bit to the left or right of enemies on some occasions when I feel it'll misfire, but it's really just guesswork. And it definitely seems to be an intentional quirk of the taser, because the other guns do not have this issue. Next, specifically about doing a no-kill run, the thing about the taser is that it's not a perfect non-lethal weapon. Yeah, you heard me right, even if you do hit someone with the taser against all odds, it's not a guaranteed non-lethal takedown. The level transitions put us back on the segue, which I do not appreciate. Anyway, as I was saying, the taser is not even a guaranteed non-lethal takedown. There are two ways to take down enemies with the taser. You can zap them once and then run up to arrest them, or you can hold down the taser button to make them fall over. The second one, where you hold the button down, sometimes it kills them. Not even joking. Sometimes, rarely, it will just kill them. I have no idea if that's a glitch or if that's also intentional, but I like to think it's intentional because in real life, tasers are not perfect non-lethal weapons either. Sometimes tasers do kill people. Arguably just as bad as the taser not always being non-lethal, there's the fact that if you activate someone's physics, they do take damage, meaning if you run over someone while you're sprinting, or they fall in the wrong way after you tase them, or any such thing, they have a chance of taking so much damage that they simply die, depending on where their health is at. Lastly, the quick save system seems to fuck with the kill counter. Like, there seems to be some situations where if you quick load or quick save, it just messes up the kill counter. I have no idea if this is deliberately an asshole move to punish the player for trying to play the game in a non-lethal manner, but yeah, sometimes quick saving and quick loading will mess up your kill counter, and you'll get kills even though you never killed anyone. I'm pretty sure that one's a glitch though, like I'm pretty sure that part is not intentional. Anyway, that's all the bad news about a no-kill run. Is there any good news? Well, there is one non-lethal way that you can consistently take down enemies, and that's by doing a single quick zap and then running up to arrest them. That's the only guaranteed way to not get your kill counter up. So what does this mean? Well, it primarily means that a no-kill run in Postal 3 is just very, very time-consuming. It's not necessarily difficult, you just have to be incredibly methodical about how you approach every single encounter and every single enemy. Careful not to disturb their physics or tase them in the wrong way or anything like that. And also not die. By the way, that's just a level transition. I just cut out the loading screen. No, nothing weird happened there. Unless you think it's weird that there are loading zones during this escort mission, then I guess that's kind of weird, sure. I get sidetracked here for a second because I forget that Ron takes a stupid long way around instead of just going straight for the objective. But I mean, this is a motorcade, so I guess it's supposed to be a bit show-offy. You know, I really do love this game. And a part of me deeply, deeply wishes that other people loved it as much as I do. But I know why that can't happen. I mean, just look at it. And a part of me, I think, is even a little jealous. A little bit jealous that someone made this game and I didn't think to. A little jealous that someone made Postal 3 Dude's character and I didn't think to. A little jealous that someone made Postal 3's story. A little bit of envy in there. I'm sure it seems like a silly thing to be envious of. I don't often feel envy, but if there was something I'm going to be envious of, you can bet it's the creation of Postal 3. I wish I made this game. That's what makes me envious.
And done.
Thanks, man. Good work. Go on ahead. I'll meet you inside. Nice job, Osama. Very convincing. A little too convincing, frankly. I got a little singed back there.
We're good at what we do, but that new Secret Service jackass you hired was a little too competent. I lost some guys I almost liked.
You're not getting paid to almost like anyone.
I haven't been paid, actually. You still owe me for those plutonium crotchy dolls.
Send an invoice to my secretary. She'll sort you out.
The mayor began his big campaign speech, self-filleting his tireless crusades against drugs, porn, Malaysian slave trafficking, and Al-Qaeda. Unfortunately, some schmuck mixed up the background video. Instead of a giant CG American flag, the audience was treated to some very interesting footage of Dave, the mayor, his 40-year-old slave boy, and a rhino.
There's been a terrible mistake. That video is a plot by the elite liberal media conspiracy. Dave, make it stop!
I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time, but either you can pay up for all that plutonium I sent you, or I will reclaim this amusement park in the name of Allah. Capiche?
Security!
Is there a problem here, Mr. Mayor?
Sorry, Dave, but you're all under arrest by the vaguely defined authority of my nebulous government agents. You have the right to detention in our secret prison. You have the right to enhanced interrogation. You have the right to tell us everything you know, you terrorist douchetards.
Yeah, bitches. Assume the position.
Fuck this shit. I'm out of here.
I'm with you, man.
Don't leave me!
Shit! They're getting away!
No, they're not. Dude, are you with us?
Hells yeah, let's nab those fuckers.
So if you're wondering what's happening, or you want any of it to make sense, you should just know that most of what's happening right now is caused by the alternate Postal Dude's actions on the bad path. Like, most of this is either indirectly or directly a result of his actions, and we're cleaning it up on the good path, so to speak. This is also why the two sides can't meet, because the two sides are headed toward different conclusions. So even though the bad side has caused a lot of shit for the good side, they can't connect with each other. And it would be better if they didn't, considering the good ending, or rather the best ending that we're going for. But hey, you know, maybe they can meet up in Postal 3 too. That's gonna happen someday. Just, you mark my words, that's gonna happen. Anyway, world's easiest hedge maze, and then you come out in the middle of the amusement park. And head toward the center, and it's boss time.
Dave, the mayor, and Osama realized they would never get out of the park alive. They decided to detonate their homemade nuke rather than be ripped to shreds by an army of furious hockey moms.
What are you doing, you retarded asshat? Install the damn plutonium and blow us the fuck up!
I did! It's not working! Stupid cheap-ass Al-Qaeda plutonium!
Hey, that's primo shit from my man Ahmadinejad right there.
I'm no expert, but that plutonium looks like a bottle of urine to me.
Wait, what? Fuck you!
Yeah, fuck you, traitor! Hey, wait. We totally forgot we have guns.
Holy shit, you're right! Fuck martyrdom! Let's just kill that asshole instead!
I've already said this before, but it bears repeating. Somewhere along the good path, Postal 3 dude just becomes a fucking superhero. He just becomes a person who does good things only because they're good. And it's not simple good stuff either. He's putting his life at risk to do good. Also, if anyone's curious, boss kills don't count toward the kill count. So, we can still technically do a no-kill run even if we kill the bosses. If we kill anyone around the bosses, though, even their goons, that will raise our kill count, so we can't do that. So, you might figure this is the grand finale, the last level, but there's actually one more level after this, the slowest and most irritating level in the game, if you're doing a no-kill run, where you run all the way back to the other side of the city, all the way back to the entrance, and you have to fight your way through a whole army on the way there. And of course, you can't use any lethal weaponry. It's not really hard, it just takes forever. So we're going to be editing our way through that, rather than sitting through the whole thing. Because that level takes a good 30 or so minutes in a no-kill run. As for this boss battle, it's cool. It's not outstanding or anything, but it's pretty alright for an arena shooter boss fight. I really like the way the area is laid out. Wouldn't be good for multiplayer or anything like that, but it's clearly a boss fight setting. I also like how all the AIs have different behavior, like Ron is programmed to be the most cowardly of the three people you're fighting. I like that. Man, I'm kinda sad this is almost over. Like, I know it had to end. It's not a long game, alright? But I love Postal 3 a lot. Postal 3 dude is probably one of my favorite video game characters. A very close friend of mine compared him to Travis Touchdown, but older and more mellowed out. Travis Touchdown definitely has more depth to him than Postal 3 dude, but I love Postal 3 dude's character so much. That's part of the reason I really don't want the game to end, is because it's like saying goodbye to a friend, but this friend gets a very good ending. At least if you work for it. If not, then the other two endings are basically just a big fuck you to everything you've done. I kind of wish, I mean, I know they think they were being clever, but I kind of wish Postal 3 dude just got to keep his happy ending and he didn't come back as a non-canon entity, or rather a half-canon entity in Lost Paradise, because, as I've already said, Running with Scissors does not understand Postal 3 dude's character. And the guy that originally wrote Postal 3 dude's dialogue is dead now, so it's not like he's around to correct him. I mean, I would love to correct them, but I don't think they're interested in that. I don't think they're interested in anything Postal 3 related unless it's to make fun of Postal 3. Not that Postal 3 needs made fun of. I think it makes more fun of itself than you could ever make of it, honestly. It's not like it doesn't know what it is. So there's already a moral in this game. It's very apparent moral, you know, about violence and all that shit. But if you wanted a more meta moral, then I would say be like Postal 3. Be as much like Postal 3 as you can. I don't mean be like Postal 3's tone, but emulate Postal 3. Be the kind of person Postal 3 is. Life's too short to fuck around with pussy shit. Alright? Get out there and be you, as hard as you can. Be yourself, and no matter what you sacrifice for the sake of others, never sacrifice your creativity or expression. I guess this is it. Bye, Postal Dude. Enjoy the montage of the final level and the final boss battle without my commentary. Also, fuck you, Vince. You owe me a duel.
With Uncle Dave, Osama, and the mayor taken care of, there was no reason for me to stick around. Those dickheads were dealt with, but my service to mankind wasn't over yet. For no apparent reason, the Venezuelan army had invaded Catharsis.
Gringo! This is your good friend, Hugo! Come to liberate you from your corrupted regime. You're welcome!
And if that wasn't bullshit enough, it turned out that Al guy was still alive somehow.
Blech. Look at them, swarming like cockroaches, destroying everything they touch, besmirching my beloved, beautiful, perfect Earth. Prepare to die screaming in a flood of cleansing badgerness, you hateful talking monkeys. Go, my badger legions, destroy. Arr!
¡Chupa mi verga, americano!
Where have you been, boy? You smell like Chinese food. Or sewer. Come on, boy. Let's get the fuck out of Crazy Town. An invading army, terrorists, ecologists, whatever that guy is. Badgers, total chaos, a perfect end to a perfect day. Time to take out the trash.
Gringo! Gente, are you stupid? Which person?
Oh man, not a final boss fight. I hate final boss fights.
Say hello to my enormous little friend.
Why do you delay the inevitable? You know I'm gonna catch you, Chapete. Where are you, Guapo Perdedor? You cannot hide for long, Chilito. Where are you, Guapo Perdedor? You cannot hide for long, Chilito. Uncle Hugo's coming for you. Come on, I'll give you a life further. Naughty.
Somehow I managed to escape that flaming shithole without killing anyone. That's because I am pure awesome. I found Jen Walcott trying to hotwire my car. She made it up to me later, though. Anyway, I still had all that gasoline that I totally didn't roast everyone with, so we were able to get out of Catharsis with our skins intact. And let me tell you, Jen's skin is very, very intact.
Except for a couple places, but they're healing nicely.
Fascinatingly heterosexual. Yawn. But please tell our audience what you've been up to since Catharsis was annexed by Venezuela.
Well, you'd be happy to know my best-selling book, The Fall of Paradise, If I Did It, is coming out in softcover and Kindle. And Jen and I were married last summer in Machu Picchu.
Ooh, Machu Picchu. How romantic.
Yeah, you haven't tasted Big Mac until you've tasted Peruvian Big Mac.
And Peruvian NASCAR is the bomb! Not as good as ours, of course.
Okay. And congratulations on your highly publicized lotto win.
Yep, I am quite disgustingly wealthy, thank you.
We are quite disgustingly wealthy, thank you.
That's what I said, babe. We just moved into our dream house. Nothing but the best for my Postal, babe. I guess you could say I regret nothing.
Ah, my nads! Sweet Jesus, someone help me!
Champ,
you asshole!